West. May confront Trump on tariffs and defense costs. Legal risks follow him like a shadow. Net. A presidential election that serves as a referendum on Yoon. Foreign media predict the birth of the most powerful South Korean president, with Lee Jae-myung's win following exit polls predicting that Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung would win more than half of the votes in South Korea's presidential election. International media outlets promptly reported the news. They noted that if elected, Lee would become the most powerful South Korean president in decades, and highlighted his political background and ideological stance. On the evening of June, the BBC aired footage of cheering Democratic Party supporters at the voter counting headquarters, reporting that Lee's victory is expected. Reuters and NIC also issued breaking news alerts indicating that Lee's win was highly likely. The New York Times net stated that if elected, Lee will become the strongest South Korean president in decades, noting that the Democratic Party holds a parliamentary majority. Foreign media described Lee as a left-leaning politician with a background as a laborer. The Wall Street Journal reported that Lee, who once likened himself to Bernie Sanders, is a former factory worker. Bloomberg described him as a progressive former labor lawyer who advocates for increased government spending, worker protections, and corporate regulation. Many outlets suggested that Lee's presidency could reshape South Korea's centric foreign policy. The West wrote, Lee has expressed concern about South Korea's excessive reliance on the US, and may confront President Donald Trump over tariffs and demands for increased defense spending. The South China Morning Post explained that Lee aims to pursue a pragmatic, national interest-focused foreign policy while maintaining the US alliance. Some also speculated that Lee's election could affect Korea tariff negotiations. Noted, Lee emphasized patience regarding Trump-era tariff negotiations and argued that rushing into early talks would be a mistake. Concerns about Lee's legal risks were also raised. The net reported, Lee is on trial for multiple charges, and controversy surrounds whether these proceedings could continue if he becomes president. The BBC echoed this, stating, corruption investigations continue to follow Lee like a shadow, and even if he wins the presidency, legal obstacles could remain. Foreign media also assessed that Lee's victory was made possible in part by former President Yoon Suk-yeol's imposition of martial law. The BBC stated, before Yoon declared martial law in December of last year, Lee's chances of winning the presidency were slim. The net commented that this election serves as a national referendum on former President Yoon and the People Power Party that backed him.